Good morning, Virginia. This is Virginia This Morning with Julie Bragg and Greg McQuaid.
Hey there, good morning and happy Thursday to you. It's July 30th. Where's the month going?
I know it.
Hi, I'm Greg McQuaid.
And I'm Julie Bragg. Thanks for joining us for Virginia This Morning. Today we're going to take a look at an amazing makeover that gives a 53-year-old a whole new look.
But of course, there is a twist. That's a 53-year-old is a house. Today we're talking with Sherry and John Petersick, who chronicled the facelift they gave their home on the blog thisyounghouse.com, and we want to welcome the folks here. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you got it.
A lot of people redo their place. What made you guys decide to want to blog about it and share it the way you did?
Well, it was actually my random decision that we were going to remodel our kitchen, and I was going to be kind of frustrated by it, so I needed a creative outlet. So I said, let's just blog about it so that our parents can see what we're doing. And then suddenly it spun into this thing where we've been doing it now 2 years later.
Cool.
Now, Sherry, did the renovation of the kitchen, did that beget another renovation and another renovation? Because it's always like, hey, let me paint this wall, and then you end up painting up the entire
Well, as soon as one
house.
thing looks great, you realize the next thing needs help.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's sort of a chain reaction of, this looks good, okay, on to the next thing. But we like to keep busy. We can't just sit around. So it's kind of a joke that we always have paintbrushes in our hand or screwdrivers in our hands. So.
Well, let's look at some of the pictures because we
Yeah.
have some pictures. And let's see the first before and after. Okay, what do we,
What do
your
we see
laundry
here?
room.
Yes, this is what we call our laundry nook. And you can see actually kind of, that's more like a during the demolition there. But it was pretty hideous. It had some really old appliances. It had some bifold doors that closed that all in. And what you're seeing there is once we started to take those down, and Sherry sort of got out the hammer and was hacking away at some drywall. But,
That's fun.
Yeah.
she's a little dangerous. But the after there that you see is we've got some new front-loading appliances, and we still kept that storage up atop that you can see there in the before. That is still quite a mess, but we've concealed it now. And what we did there was, rather than pay for some expensive built-in cabinets, we actually just find some bamboo blinds that we got at Walmart that were like
Great idea.
$15, and so they roll up and down. We can easily get to the stuff, but then when people come over, hide it. So they're none the wiser that it's a mess back there.
And it looks cleaner.
Exactly.
And it's good texture. That
Yeah.
looks great. Oh, let's see more pictures. Okay, now living room, right?
Yeah, so this is our living room. You can see it's the same fireplace, and there was a weird divider that you see in the before that we sort of, again, that was me with the hammer. John was at work, he came home, it was gone. And all we really did was paint the fireplace. We're big proponents of painting something because you want to paint it. I think a lot of people are afraid to paint something because that's not what you do.
Right.
But if you don't like the look of your brick, or it's too heavy in a room, and we had light furnishings, it just was sort of a big black hole. So we painted it, it looks lighter, airier, bigger, and we even added a dining area to the living room. So the story here is you can do more with the space if you need that space, and we converted our formal dining room into a bedroom. So
And would you say painting is the cheapest way to renovate?
oh, absolutely.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness for paint, we always say.
That does make a huge difference, though, because we have a brick fireplace at home, and I'm like, should we paint it? Now I'm tempted to.
Well, there's some gorgeous brick, don't get us wrong, because then people
Sure.
are like, oh, you think you should paint every paneling and every wood trim and every brick. But I think just for our home, it made sense for us because of our furnishings were lighter and we wanted sort of an airy aesthetic.
Yeah.
Now, how long after the renovations would you sit down and blog about it? And did you get any response from people that were reading your blog?
Well, we started the blog actually after a lot of the renovations had already started or almost complete, because we lived in the house for about a year and a half by that point. So we blogged about things, we figured out new projects to do and keep things going, and things are kind of constantly changing. We don't think a house is ever finished because
Right.
your mood changes,
All right, we have a couple more pictures, right? Let's see the next one. Oh, my goodness. That's a huge
Yeah.
difference.
There's some brick.
Great
This
room
is
right
the
there.
most major difference. It was an addition. We call it our den. And what you see on the right is paneling where that window is. And what you see on the left is brick. And of course, the fireplace is also brick. So it was pretty much 2 walls of paneling, 2 walls of brick. We painted everything. This is one of those anyone can do it. We did not remove the paneling. We did not drywall over the brick. We just took a paintbrush to it, a little bit of primer, took a few coats, and it was an amazing makeover for less than $100.
Less than $100
Less than $100.
How difficult was it to paint the paneling?
You know, it wasn't that hard. We used oil-based primer. We always recommend that. Just with there's wood, it can seep through water-based. So oil-based primer and then 2 coats of latex paint.
All right, we have one more, don't we? Ooh, look at that.
Little bedroom?
Yes, that's our master bedroom, which we always say is not very masterful at the beginning because it doesn't have a bathroom attached to it or anything. It just is another square room. So it needed a little bit of something to feel like, the master bedroom. So what you see we did there is those fabric panels there are actually concealing closets. there was only one itty-bitty closet in that room, and so my clothes were in the guest bedroom for the first.
That happens to the men.
Yeah, exactly. So we added those so that we could get some added storage, and it was just some simple wardrobes from IKEA and some curtains from IKEA, so it was about, what, $150?
Yeah, it's very affordable, and now we have 3 closets instead of 1. Can't beat it.
And pretty,
Chic on the
too.
cheap.
Yes.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Wonderful. Right now we want to get a check of weather. Here's Miss Carrie.